Hey everyone, it's Miss Karen, and we are doing yet another segment of our letter recognition, and we've been moving right along on those letters. And if some of you have been watching me color our little coconut trees, sometimes I color it all different colors. I started out kind of normal, but you know what? Our spring was cold, and then it was hot, and then it got cold. And now, well, it's super hot on the day I'm doing this. So I'm thinking of like a color that I like, and it reminds me of cooler times. So like purplish, you know, when the sun sets, and you kind of sometimes get those purples and orange and peaks come out. That means it's getting cooler. So I'm giving our coconut tree today some purple leaves. So that leaves the question, who's coming up the coconut tree today? Where did we leave off? Let's see, we've done A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, pretty sure we did R, S, T, and a U, and a V, and I think that leaves us with W. Here comes W up the coconut tree. So let us get to working on the letter W. So W, you know, and you see me use my hands every now and then because sometimes, like, you know, that's an E, right? But that's a 3. Well, that's a W. And remember, if we do that, that's the letter B. And if we look like that, that's the letter D. That's how we can remember to keep our B's and our D's straight. Well, W's is like 3 fingers. See? Boop, 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 boop. Makes a W. Okay? So let's start looking at our letter W. W is a consonant, and it makes all kinds of wonderful words. So, you know how I like to do these is we color in and find our W's. We like to try and think of some words that start with a W. So there's all kinds of words. So, and I bet you can think of one right now. As I'm coloring this, I bet some of you have been looking at some of those animal books, and you probably know what this is down here on the bottom of this page. Does anybody? That's a whale. So, you know what? I'm going to use blue today because it's hot, and blue reminds me of water, which is cool and refreshing. So here's a W. W is for whale. Okay? There's an A, P, B, Q. There's a W. How about what? What? Yeah, what? What's that? Okay. So what and a who is a W. There's an S. Here's the other W for a who and a what. T, X, W. How about wagon? Starts with a W. I bet some of you have a wagon. A little red wagon. U, I, R, W. Let's see. Oh, this one, I bet you hear your parents complain a lot about this. I bet you hear all the grown-ups complain about this. Weeds. Ugh, those nasty weeds. Those ones that come up that have like the little yellow flower. That's a dandelion. You can't eat the leaves, but it's still a weed. Here's another W. How about, you gotta have wheels on your bicycle and on your wagon to make it go round, so it's a W. See, here's another W. How about winter? As much as I like the winter, it is nice when it warms up because I like the flowers too. D, C, H, N, M, K, L, J. Here's another W. How about a worm, like you would put on a hook to catch a fish down in a lake or a river. L, here's another W. How about, who's seen Willy Wonka? Oh, Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory? It's a good movie. Willy Wonka starts with W, and Wonka chocolate bars, and you can't buy a Wonka chocolate bar. See, we did the N. Oh, here's another W. About wonderful. Well, isn't it wonderful that it's finally warming up and we can start to go out and do things? E, and here's another W. There's one more. I think that's our last W. How about, what if I turn the hose on and you with the water and made you wet? So W, water, W, and wet. That's an O and a G and an F. Okay, so there's our little W. Now, how do we make our W? Okay, it's like two V's. Okay, two V's that are put together. So see, here's like one V, and then if you put the other one together, boop, see, there, now suddenly you have a W, huh? So to make a W, you can make one V, okay, and then another V. Or if you get really good, you can just go down, up, up. And if you turn it upside down, you get creative. Kind of looks like mountains, doesn't it? See, we can, you know, make some little clouds up here. There. Okay. Now today we're also going to work on a number, because I've been trying to work in some numbers. I think some of this silly season stuff with this virus that's been keeping us inside is starting to go away, but want to make sure that we cover our numbers before some of us start coming back to class. And even for, you know, those of you that might be at home or, you know, in different parts of the world maybe watching this, it's good to get some numbers into these pre-K programs. So today we are going to work on the number 6, and I had to find me the right crayon here because it says color all the leaves purple. And actually my crayon says violet. Violet is the fancy way to say purple. So, what's the number 6? Here's a 6, okay? Now, so we don't get confused, okay? Here's a 5, okay? There's a 6. And here's a 7. There's your 8. Okay. And then here's a 9. Okay, so 6, the circle goes on the bottom. A 9, the circle goes on top. Okay, you got to remember that when you start doing your 6s and 9s. They can get confusing like your B's and your D's and your P's. Okay, so let's find our 6s. Let's see, here's a 1, 8, 7. Here's a 6. Here's a 6. Looks like another 6. So that's a 9 and a 2, 3, 7. Here's a 6. It's a 7. Here's a 6. And here's a 6. And a 4, 5, 8, 9, 7. Here's a 6. And a 6. Oh, looks like there's a whole bunch of them kind of on the bottom here. Let's see. 9, 7, 8, 7. There's a 6. There's another one. There's a 7. There's a 7. There's a 6 up top. And a 6 here. An 8, 7, 1. 9, 2. 3, 1, 4, 7, 6. There's a 2. Here's a 6. 3, 4, 5, 4, 6. Bingo! Oh, sorry, not yet. 4, 8, 7, 9, 7, 6, and a 6. And we have, looks like another 5 and a 4. Hey, what did we make? We made a number 6! Yay! Okay, so let's work with this number a little bit, okay? I have some fancy little cubes here. We all love cubes, yay! Okay, so let's get out our number line. Work a little bit with some of these numbers. Oops, come back, come back, come back. Okay, so we're really just trying to work on our numbers 1 through 20. Okay, so first, let's get our cubes. Let's see, let's count out 20 cubes. Okay, let's see if I have 20 cubes. I'm going to try to get maybe 5 of each color, up to 20. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then here's some blue. 1, 2, 3, 4, oops, and 5. Okay. Let's see, can we do red? I think I have. Yep, I got reds. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then what else do we have? It looks like these are brown. Let's use green. I see some greens right here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. Now, are we sure that's right? Now somebody count these while I put my little cubes back in my bag here so they don't end up all over the floor like they are right now. Okay, so you guys count my cubes. I have to find one. I heard it. It hit the floor. No, it's gone. The vacuum will find it. Or the resident mouse. Or my chair. Okay, so do we have 20? Okay, so let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. How about that? And we had 5 of each color, huh? So here's 5, and then 5 blues, and 5 greens, and 5 reds. Do you guys know how to count by 5s? You're going to learn. So here's what? 5, right? And then 5 more is what? We have 5 fingers here and 5 fingers here. How many fingers do you have? You should know this. We have 10 fingers and toes on each, right? 10 fingers, 10 toes. So if we have 5 cubes and 5 yellow cubes and 5 blue cubes, it's just like fingers. 5 here and 5 there is 10. Okay, well, what about the red? Just because they're different colors, I have 5 red, okay, and 5 green. Do I have 10 just down below here too? 5 plus 5? Yeah. And what about this group? How many is that? 5 blue and 5 green. That'd be 10 too, huh? And then, how about this group? 5 yellows and 5 reds. It's also 10. But what was our number today? Our number was 6, huh? So how can I show you 6? Okay, here's a common way, and it's working with dice, and you see different numbers on a dice. Okay, oops, I need one more red. You don't have a dice right with me. So when you have dice, they have on each side these little dots that tell us how many that dice is worth. Okay, so if you see 2 rows like this, that means that's 6 on your dice. Okay, and if you just had 1, here, let's make a square. Okay, that box is our dice. Okay, so 1 mark on it, okay, 1 dot means that's a 1. So if you roll your dice, that's a 1. If it comes up 2, that's what they call snake eyes, and that would be 1, 2 on your dice. 3, I think, is like this, kind of like a funky little pyramid. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and then 4 little dots on your dice look like that. The 5 goes in the middle, okay, and then on 6 it goes back out to the side. So 2 rows. Okay, so how many ways can we get to 6? Okay, ignore my box right now. How many ways can we get to 6 with using our cubes here? Okay, so how about 1? We had 5 of each of these, right? So remember, 5, 5, and 5. What if we take 1 red and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Right here, this is going to confuse you all a half second. Let me do this. Let's turn our page. That way we can ignore the bottom. Okay. Put the little cubes back on. And that's the extra one. He goes out. Okay, so what if we take 1 red. That's a plus sign. We're going to learn about this today. And we add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How much is that going to be? It's going to be 6, huh? Okay, what if we do 2 reds and 4 blues? How much is that? Okay, so 1, 2 plus 1, 2, 3, 4 is 6. Okay, if we mix it up again, what if we have 3 reds, okay, and 3 blues? Okay, so 3 and 3. That's also 6. Okay, what if we have 4 red and 2 green? How many would that be? 4 reds plus 2 greens. Count on your fingers. That's also 6, huh? God, you guys are getting good. What if we have 5 greens and 1 yellow? How many is that? Gonna be 6 again, huh? Okay. So see, it doesn't matter what color, as long as we have something that we can help us count with. And as you guys get better at this, then you don't need a something. You can do it with nothing. It's called your noodle, your brain. Now, what if I change the sign here? What if I make it a minus? Okay, we're going to ignore this one. Okay, what if I make it a minus sign? Okay. So now what if we start with 6? Let's bring our 6 over here. Okay, because we're focusing on the number 6 today. What if we have 6, okay, and we took 1 away? So we subtracted it. Now how many do we have? Yeah, we got 5. Okay, so what if we have 6 over here and we took 2 away? Now how many do we have? I'm trying to keep them separated. Okay, so I took 2 away. So we have 4. What if we have 6, right? And I take 3 away? Now how many do we have? 3. Okay. What if we have 6 and I take away 4? How many's left? 1, 2. What if I have 6? What if I take them all away? Now what do we have? A goose egg. We have none, huh? They all went away. Okay, so there's just a little bit of working on some number 6s. Working with numbers up to 6 and with them. But I'm going to try one more thing. Okay, this is a little bit more visual. Kind of stack our cubes. It's been a while since I've done some of these. Okay, so you got to help me out. You got to just give me a chance here. Okay, now just looking at these without counting, which column has more? This one, this one, this one, or this one? Which column looks like it has more? Yeah, it's this one, huh? Is it because it's taller? Well, that could be. But what if this was like one whole piece? And then, these are 2 pieces. Maybe that's what I mean. Which weighs more? Is this more? Is that more? Or is that more? Well, if this is 1 piece, then that's 1 and that's 2. Uh-oh. Wasn't thinking about that, huh? Miss Karen fooled you. But you know what? I'm going to keep this simple and get you thinking, though, huh? We're just looking at just the basic, how much is more here, based on size and everything. And that's the green, huh? Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many yellows? It's 1. And how many blues? 1, 2, 3. Hopefully you can see that separating. And then how many reds? 1, 2. Okay, so this is sometimes, you know, as you start doing, definitely like some 4-year-old and kindergarten stuff, they start playing with these cubes, both like here and on paper a lot. And they like mix them up, and sometimes they change colors. But the whole thing is, you know, your teacher may go, count out 6 cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Did she say they all had to be the same color? No, she just said count out 6 cubes. Okay, but now what if the teacher says, and I'm the teacher today, so you better be paying attention. What if the teacher says, Miss Karen says, count out 2 green cubes, 1, 2, and 3 yellow cubes, 1, 2, 3, and 1 blue cube to get to the number 6. Okay, so that's what you would have to do. And then make sure all our cubes do equal 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so you can pick any number. If you have some, cubes at home or even some dice, just your buttons to use for some little counting play stuff. Okay, so that's our number 6 today, and we worked on our letter W. This is the first part. Everyone knows I like to do 2 parts of these, so be sure you tune in and you get the second part of our letter W, which W stands for whale.